Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 here at Rawslowgaming, where we're playing Bath City Football Club and trying to take them to the top of Premier League and beyond. We are playing our second season here in Vanarama National League, and we are off to a pretty good start, currently sitting in the playoff zone. But without much further ado, I think we'll jump back into the game and to the next match day here against Eastleigh. If nothing super interesting happens before that. So I'll see you there after this short break. So first match for the day, and it's against Eastleigh, who are at the same spot in the league as us, actually. Same number of wins, draws, and everything, and a very even according to bookmakers. But I guess we have maybe a slight upper hand playing at home. And previous season were all equal between us as well. So that is good. And as you saw there, we had a little bit of a longer break here. So that is nice. Don't really need to think about any players here. Everyone is fit to play. So we'll just continue here and hope that it works out as that is the plan always when we play. If you're looking for someone that have more vivid plans and actually knows how to play the game, you shouldn't be looking at me. I know no one really is looking at me, but still, if that is what you're looking for, this is not the channel. This is the channel for raw, slow, and poor gaming, I guess, where we don't know what we're doing or know how to play the game, but we enjoy to play the game nevertheless in our own way. So 30 minutes in here haven't happened anything so far in terms of highlights, but if we're looking on the stats, we're definitely very much in front here after the first half. That looks like will be highlightless, which it was. So it's still a draw and still 0-0, of course. But yeah, looking on the stats, we're very much on the upper hand, and I hope we can manage to get in a goal here in the second half. The players seem to be doing pretty good in terms of rating, so that's good. And everyone is pretty fit. Easily have a couple of players there that is not in the greatest shape, but should be fine. And show some passion, didn't really do anything. Closing in here on the 70-minute mark, so I think it's time to do a sub or two on players that is not really performing. So Craig is a player that is not really performing at the moment, and you will play central midfielder in support, I guess. What more should we do? I think we'll bring in Asante just to do something different, even though that is not really an attacking change, so to say. And last one, Edwards. I think you are the player that we're going to switch out, or are we going to switch out? We get our Rowan. We'll switch out Wiggett here just because not risking to injure him, as he's not in the 100% match sharpness yet. So hopefully that will work out. We are still very much in frontier in terms of stats, but nothing happening here so far. We have no highlight here in the second half either. But here we have our first corner in the 89th minute. Corner from Muturken, header over the crossbar there by Asante. A good corner, but poor finish. And I think that's the final whistle. So the final scoreline for Bassett versus Eastleigh is 0-0. And shots 15-6, shots on target 9-2, possession 62-38%, and overall one highlight for the whole match. That's pretty epic in a way as well. So obviously, looking at the stats and the only highlight we had, we deserved to win that game, which we didn't manage to do, which is a little bit of a shame. If we played that good, that the stats said. No, I just pressed on there on the players, but I would guess they had all right ratings, not more than that. So a little bit of a waste there, but it's fine. We're still fifth in the league, and it was a good game nonetheless. So that is what we'll take with us. 795 attending that game, so that's pretty good as well. And yeah, I guess that's it for this match. So I'll see you at the next match, if nothing else. So a little bit in here towards the next match, we got 2 injuries. Edwards here, just for a couple of days, so that's no real trouble. But we got Jones out here for 3 to 6 weeks, and that is obviously going to hurt us, as we don't really have any good player to have here. But we have Smearon, and it's lucky that we have kept him, because our assistant manager have told us, or youth manager have told us a couple of times, that we should send him out on loan. But well, he will get his chances if we have a specific injury and can play in the under 23. So he will get his chance now, and hopefully we will not lose too much with it. But we'll see, and you will see that in the next match after this short moment. Next up, then, we have the match against Curzon Ashton, and we are favored according to the bookmakers here. And they are a team that is not placed that good so far in the season, at least. So hopefully we can have a good chance. And of course, we put in Smeardon, as said here, and he will play in his preferred situation, so to say. And we got in Sanko instead of Edwards, and Mutruk gets to stay there, and everything else is the same, and the same players on the bench. So I think, yeah, I feel like this is pretty alright here. Asante out for international duty, so it's a price that we could put in here instead of Simpson, which we will. Don't know why we would have Simpson on the bench, really. We let our assistant change the lineup there before the match, just so we didn't have to do it ourselves, really, as he suggested what we already knew that we wanted to do. So that were the reason for that. Let's kick off and play here and hope we can do good. So let's see here how we do. And yeah, probably Kirk will be a player that we sub out here sooner or later in this game, as he's looking a little bit on the tired side. So far, 25 minutes in, it's another uneventful match. Stats-wise, very much pretty even, actually. Just as I was saying that, it looked like Curzon had more chances, though, but now it's pretty even here. But Curzon is making more happen if we're looking on stats. But halftime in, it's still goalless, and it's still a draw. Then, of course, we are a little bit behind, as said, in stats, but we are having higher possession. Hopefully, we can lift ourselves up here in the second half. Players doing alright-ish, but not as good as we would have liked. So we'll start shouting here. We will also do subs here pretty soon, definitely at the 60-minute mark or so. Looks like we have both our defenders here that are on the tired side. So we'll put in Rowan, and we'll put in Reigns as well. I think we will, actually. A little bit of a risk, but we will, and we'll put in Asas instead of Mutruk here. Now we get a couple of players that is not playing their preferred position, but I hope they can make it work nonetheless, and I hope we can make some chances come here. So first highlight of the match, again, very later in the 70th, like again the 73rd minute, and Bath City able to pick up the ball there. Brunt with the ball here in the middle, and passing it wide to Asas on the left-hand side, passing it back to Smeardon, and we're still in our own half, passing all the way back to our keeper leg here. And what will he do? Well, I guess he will do a short pass here. Yes, he does. To Rowan, and Rowan passing to Reigns. A ball up towards Craig. Craig with a long ball that is totally missed the target man there. That were one of our strikers. So here comes Curzon Ashton instead. That's through ball, and it's a 1-1 versus a keeper, but somehow he managed to save there. But yeah, the striker or the attacker didn't really have any room to do a proper finish there. So I guess we should be a little bit lucky there. Show some passion. Come on, you can do better than this. Come on, give us one highlight here before the end of the match. Just extra time to go now. 2 minutes of it. And I don't think, nothing happened here. So the final result for Bassett versus Curzon Ashton is 0-0. Shots 78, shots on target 3-4, and possession 58 to 42%. So far, or let's look at the ratings on the players. It's all right-ish, not that great or as good as we would have liked it. But still fifth in the league and another draw. We're now 6 points behind the league leaders, which is too much. And we have also too much draws. We have 5 drawn matches so far out of 8 matches. That's pretty crazy. But it is how it is. Yeah, Ian Honors and Richard's having another great game here. He's really been pretty darn great here on his loans. Only 6.96, but lower than I thought last season for Billy Kay. But so far for Leamington, averaging 7.82 after 4 matches. That's pretty crazy. And that will be that before the next match. So I'll see you then. So we're coming to the last match of this episode now, and it's going to be against Dover. And it's another match that should be pretty even. Bookmakers have us as slight underdogs, and that is only due to being the away team, I guess. We are 6th and they are 8th, and it's very even last season as well, with a win for each of the teams. Jones is still injured. Edwards is now fresh to play though, so in with him, and in with Sanke on the bench instead of Reigns, and Asante on the bench instead of Price here. So we have a little bit more variation on the bench. Other than that, everyone is fresh to play. Yes. So let's go to the match here, and I hope they can do another good match here, or rather better matches and really better result than the previous 2 matches that we have seen so far today, as they've been both goalless actually for everyone. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's correct. And with one highlight per match, we could maybe see something else than that as well, to have something happen, at least something interesting happen. And yeah, so 25 minutes in, and no highlight so far in this match either. Stat-wise, it's pretty even. We are definitely training this time though in possession actually, which is something that we haven't really seen so far this season, as we've been really strong in terms of possession. But yeah, no highlight in this match either after halftime, and Scotland then obviously 0-0. Stats are pretty even, and maybe a little bit leaning towards Dover. Ratings definitely on the low end, I would say here at halftime, but no one in particular to say anything about. Highlight here directly in the second half in the 47th minute. Dover winning the ball there by Mutruk, and Woods playing the ball here in the middle of the pitch, and dribbling upwards towards the penalty area, but passing back to Gibson to the central line here again, and Gibson playing a wide opening ball to the right hand side to Taylor. Taylor with a chance to cross. Now he breaks in and he shoots, but it's well wide of the goal, so no worries there. Should we start shouting here maybe ourselves? We do know that our assistant is shouting, but we'll start to shout here as well. And I think everyone is looking pretty fresh here, so we'll wait to now, almost 70 minutes in, to do a sub. Brunt having a little bit of a bad game, so we'll just switch things around in the offensive, because that is where nothing is happening here. Craig having a really bad game according to that, so we'll put in Asas and let him play central midfielder, And then we have a defender that we can switch in. So Brooking Kirk. I guess it's Kirk that is most tired and worst rating. It is fine. And you play stopper. No, you don't play stopper. We can't have 2 stoppers. You can play cover. There we go. And a little bit risky maybe to switch all players out or do our three substitutions at once, but we'll take a gamble here. We'll do shots and passion and a free kick here, Smith, but cleared and out to Mutruk, to Rowan here, and passing to we get with a shot, and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 88th minute. So finally a highlight that actually turns into a goal, and it is for Bassett, so that is pretty darn great to see. And yeah, overall good stuff there. We get maybe not the best player to have to take the finish, but as is a Sky Battle League 1 level, we definitely don't complain. So we don't want any more highlights in this match, but of course we do get one then here in the 90-minute mark. And Leg picks up that ball. I don't know if it were a try of a shot or what it was. What is happening here though? No room at all for Leg. And finally a throw here to Brooking on the right hand side, already up to the center line. And Edwards dribbling here. Oh, nice dribble there, managing to get past his attacker, but passes back to Brooking and to Smith here, and a long ball up to Cashman. Cashman 1-on-1 versus the keeper, and he shoots, and it's another goal for Bassett here in the 91st minute or 90th minute. And now the scoreline 2-0 for Bassett versus Sauer, and we have secured the win here. Very, very good stuff. And hopefully can be more goals in the coming matches here after this one. Yeah, in the 90-minute mark actually there, but definitely a good thing to happen. And there we should have the final result. Yes, final whistle, and the full-time result is 2-0 for Bassett versus Dover. Shots 6-6, shots on target 5-2, and possession 43-57%. So a good match and good performance by the lads. So very, very nice stuff. Yeah, overall very good here to everyone. And yeah, I guess he didn't really say the right thing there, our assistant, after that match. Nothing to say, were maybe bad. And well, I definitely think it was bad. But we'll not talk about that or think about that more. We are in 5th place after that match, 6 points from the league leaders. And let's see here. Martinez having an alright game, Richards as well, and we'll praise Wiggett here for his performance. And we'll have a look here on Wiggett. We just hope that he will not get worse playing with us and just having a part-time contract and everything like that. But long shots, not great at all. Finishing, not great at all either. So good by him to manage to make a goal there. And yeah, that would be everything for this episode. So I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.